They talk like I was born with it, like I was given some throne. They see the suits, the power, the silence. They don't see the war behind my eyes. I wasn't born with anything. Not protection, not guidance, not comfort. I was born into chaos, into smoke, into a world that doesn't ask how you feel. It asks if you can bleed and keep walking. And I bled. A lot. You don't grow up around fire and come out clean. You come out forged, if you're lucky. I watched people disappear, one by one. Some left, some were taken. Some stood beside me, said they'd never leave, then vanished when the first bullet flew. That's how you learn that loyalty has a limit, that love turns to silence, that weakness wears a smile. I buried a version of myself for every betrayal I survived. The boy who trusted everyone. The man who still believed in happy endings. Gone. You know what replaced them? Focus, discipline, calculation. Not because I wanted to be like this, but because the world forced it on me. You want to survive? Then stop expecting people to understand your path. They won't, because most of them could never walk it. I became the man I needed when I had no one. I didn't cry about it. I adapted. When the world gives you nothing, you don't complain. You build, brick by brick, alone if you have to. And I did. Not for applause, not for validation, but because the alternative was death, of body, of spirit, of legacy. There is no savior coming. There is no rescue. You either rescue yourself, or you sink. Pain taught me how to lead. Not books, not mentors. Pain. Pain is honest. It doesn't lie. It teaches you what you're made of, when everything else is stripped away. I stopped being available. I stopped explaining myself. Because silence is power. The more they know, the easier it is to break you. I don't show emotion because I'm cold. I show restraint because I've seen what happens when you don't. Emotion got people killed. Emotion got people betrayed. Emotion gave the enemy the playbook. So I don't react. I watch. I wait. I move when it's time. They call it ruthless. I call it precise. And understand this, you don't build empires by being soft. You build them by doing what the rest of the world can't stomach, making the hard choices, living with them, and doing it all without asking for sympathy. I lead alone because I've earned that right. Not because I wanted isolation, but because I've outlasted everyone I used to walk beside. And that's the truth. When you're building something unbreakable, you'll watch people fall away like leaves in the wind. Some go quietly. Others will try to destroy you as they fall. Let them. Let them underestimate you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Because by the time they realize your silence was strategy, you'll already be too far ahead for them to catch. There's no revenge. No need to prove yourself. The results speak. And those who laughed, they'll either learn or disappear. I built myself from nothing, and there is nothing more dangerous than a man who knows what it took to survive without help. No crutches, no handouts, just grit, vision, and the kind of pain most people wouldn't survive. So when they ask how I did it, how I stayed standing when others broke, I tell them this: I didn't break. I bent, I learned, I adapted, and I built. And I'll keep building until the day they carve my name into stone. And even then, they'll say I was never the strongest, never the fastest, never the kindest. But I was the one who kept going, the last one standing, the man who built it all from nothing and didn't owe a soul for any of it.